This is a University of Otago podcast.
Okay, beautiful people, would you like to hop up and come down a wee bit closer, because we're going to be doing some stuff together. So if you want to hop up and come down a bit closer, that would be fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming today to this presentation on music and science, the two things that I love most in the whole world, and the two things that I think in this world reveal to us again and again the best parts of our true nature, our great strengths, our great abilities, and enable us to be curious, to be creative, and to be caring and wise. So I'd first of all like to ask you to stand up. And I would like to welcome you all here. And as I welcome you here, I would like you to celebrate by standing and moving your amazing bodies that have brought you here. And just as we all learn as amazing animals with mirror neurons in our amazing brains, by mimicking those around us, you can mimic back to me my actions now as I welcome you here. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Tēnā koutou ki tā wānanga o Ōtepoti. Tēnā koutou ki tā wharakura o tēnei o tāne mahuta. Tēnā koutou ki tā ringa ringa toa. Tēnā koutou ki te nākataha. Tēnā koutou ki te whakaroatanga. No reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Welcome to you to the place where we do so much amazing learning and discovery. Welcome to the place where we celebrate all the babies of Tāne Mahuta, God of the forest, who just like us was born from the earth. And just like all those creatures that we love and that we celebrate, we will return to the earth. So we trace our relationships, our whakapapa, to everything that lives around us. All the way back to the beginning, i tā tīmataka, and all the way off into the future. And we can make this world ready for them with our great strength. So let me see your muscles. Let me see those muscles today. Oh, yes. This way, this way, this way. Yes. Down like this, like this. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Yes, that's right. I welcome these things in here. What's this thing? What's this thing in here? 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 A heart, yes. So welcome your beautiful, loving hearts, feeling that love and that care that curiosity has brought to you from the world around you, drawing strength. And then, let me see, blasting that love out, showing that love for the world around you, that's right. And up here, can you show me up here? What's up here? What's inside our skull up here? Our brain. So can you show me in your brain? All those amazing ideas, all those amazing thoughts, all that amazing curiosity, all those amazing questions, all those amazing answers coming out into this world and making this world a better place. So thank you for sharing all of that. Now, I'd also really like to sing a song of welcome with you, and you can choose who we sing the song about. Do you have a special favourite native animal that you really love? Yes, yes. And what was your Kiwi, Tuatara and Kiwi? Should we do it? So we'll stand up, big and strong. Take on the wide stance of the Kiwi. Let's try. Stretch out your big, strong legs. Let me see the big, strong legs. Really good for digging your burrow. Stretch out those big, long claws. Oh, yes, and we'll think about the evolution of the Kiwi, the ancestor of the Kiwi with the big wings. And then over millions of years, those wings shrinking down and down and down and down. Till they're just tiny now. And we'll stretch out our big long beaks all the way down to the ground. Let me see the big long beak all the way down to the ground. We can feel things moving under the ground 3 centimetres. When we feel them moving, push our beak into the ground, gobble up some worms, gobble up some beetles, gobble up some bees. And we'll say to all the Kiwis that still survive, come back, come back. Live as you used to live. Have heaps and heaps of babies, so we can love and appreciate you even more. So here we go. Wide stance, big beak. Tōku eka, E hunu ana e te kare. Waka ko paine ki roka nui. Waka waka ahuru ke te pahine. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. So now that we're all welcome, we can continue our celebration of curiosity and think what science gives to us. And particularly to think about what makes us so special as animals. So the first image I chose to show to you is the image of a cave where we all began our journey as curious animals. And this curiosity and this desire to know more about our world propelled us out of the cave and into the forest, where we see that deep connection with the land and that interdependence with nature that we all have. We're all part of nature and we all need to care for it. And this curiosity took us to many places around the world, discovering new lands. And we're so lucky that in New Zealand, the first scientists, the first explorers, the first discoverers were Māori, and a whole new culture grew up here. And we can draw on all the ecological knowledge, all the mataurika of Te Ao Māori to understand all the treasures that we have today. Now, I'm very lucky to work at Orokonui Eco Sanctuary. Who has been there? Ooh, yes. And who has not been there, but you know lots about it already? And who has never been there and you know nothing about it at all? So Orokonui is all about caring for our native plants and our native animals, and we do it with this big thing, this big fence. So we're using science every day to provide a safe home for our most vulnerable and our most endangered species. As well as this, the animals are free, but we're able to have amazing connections with them and engagements with them on their terms. So we're really lucky when the animals come down to see us and kiss us. It's on their terms and they're free. So it's an amazing location for education, and that's my role there. I'm very, very lucky. And it's a place where students can see what the forest was like before human animals arrived here and started to change things. Also a really good environment for learning in terms of self-esteem. Feeling those strengths, feeling that power to care for the world around us and ascend that loftiest mountain and survey the beauty that surrounds us. We also work with groups, adult groups, to do teacher training, and we encourage people to work together as a team with these amazing environments that surround us. We also work with schools in their community and share with them the science that they can do every day. We empower them for their strengths to work as a team and as individuals with their science projects. So I'm really lucky that I have an amazing team that work with me. Max, who works with maths, Michael, who's an amazing musician, Sonia, amazing geographer, Sarah, amazing science filmmaker, Ash, amazing Robin scientist, and they're going to come around and give you a little gift now. So they're going to give you a little piece of clay, and they're going to give you a little seed, and this is for you to do something very special with, but I'm very, very lucky to have that team. So we are looking after really rare and endangered animals at Orokonui, like kiwi and tuatara, but we're also celebrating our everyday heroes, those birds that are doing really hard work every day to keep our forest going. And this is my hero, the kiraru. Now, who has kiraru around them? Yes, yes, they are so amazing, they're so beautiful. And kiraru now, that big giraffe-like bird. Now there's no more of them. Who am I talking about? Now there's no more of the more. The kiraru are our heroes that go around and they eat the fruit of the trees and then they fly away. And what happens next? They poop out the seeds of the trees. Very good. And they help those trees to grow. But we're going to do a very special magic thing together now. We are going to give you some pretend poo. Here's some pretend poo for you. And 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 here is some pretend poo for you. And here's some pretend poo for you. And here's some pretend poo for you. Oh my goodness, yes. And with that pretend poo, you are going to harness your pooer. You are going to harness the pooer that you possess to make life possible. For our very important native poo lance on this planet. So, using the power that you possess, you're going to take that pretend poo right now. And you're going to roll, roll, roll your poo up into a ball. Add some seeds and then indeed they'll grow up nice and tall. Roll, roll, roll your poo till it's nice and round. Wrap up some seeds and then indeed they'll grow right from the ground. So, once you have got your beautiful, beautiful poo ball, you can take this poo ball to represent our poo planet. Now, if we hadn't had billions and trillions and squillions of animals eating billions and trillions and squillions of seeds for millions and billions and trillions of years and pooping them out, we would not have our poo planet. So can we take a deep breath now? Think of all those lives that have come before us, all those lives waiting to be born, and say, thank poo. Thank poo. And we certainly wouldn't have evolved our amazing opposable thumbs. So can you take your opposable thumbs now? Turn your poo planet into a poo nest. Beautiful poo nest. And into your poo nest, we are going to put some very precious babies. And these are the babies of our beautiful, precious native trees. So we'll hand some around for you now. You can just take a little pinch and put those babies into your nest. And this is a technology that, yes, has been going on for millions of years, but was officially used starting in the 1980s and developed by a Japanese scientist. And these lovely little composty clay balls are normally called seed balls, but I like to call them poo bombs because I think it's much more appropriate and I think it's much more accurate about what actually happens in nature. So you can take those little seeds, and these are the seeds of Koromiko, the hebe. So they're papanahi seeds, they're wind-dispersed seeds, and they'll be quite happy to grow in your pretend poo nest. There you go. There you go. And Koromiko, the hebe, is a really, really good one because it attracts lots and lots of flies to pollinate it. And who loves flies? Who loves to eat little flies? Do you know any creatures that love to eat flies? What do you think? Frogs love to eat flies. And does anyone know a very special native bird? They have big, big eyes. They have whiskers. They have a tail, whoosh, like a big fan. And they can move around whoosh, whoosh, really fast. They can catch flies mid-air. Does anyone know that bird? Fantail, amazing. So fantails love little flies, and they love Koromiko because it attracts all those flies. So we can think about the fantail now, and we can call to them. We can turn into them. If you do the, can you have a go? You know already, Virginia. And we lick our lips, and we get our knuckles. Do you want to have a go? Big kissy. Lick the lips. Get the knuckles. Amazing. So once you've got your babies wrapped up in your clay, you can roll, roll, roll your clay till it's nice and round. Wrap up the seeds and then indeed they'll grow right from the ground. And you can take these poo bombs home, and when you feel ready, you can throw, throw, throw your poo off into the bush. Use some speed and then indeed your poo, it will go whoosh. And these are going to act like real poos. So you're going to throw them, the clay is going to help them stick to the ground, and then they're going to give those little seeds the first little head start of nutrients that they need to grow up into a beautiful forest. So, thank you for doing that. Thank you for taking on the work of the Kiruru. This is what they do in nature all the time. And you can see in one poo, there's hundreds of baby trees just waiting to be born. So they're very special and we need to care for them. Now, as part of the Science Festival, we are remembering the forest that was once here in New Zealand, and we are turning our everyday spaces back into those forests. And this is just what you can do with your poo bombs too, and bring that first forest back. Something that I love about science is that it enables us to be heroes, it enables us to make a difference every day, and it connects us with people that we admire, scientists that we admire, that have held onto this passion throughout their lives, like Dr. Jane Goodall. And it enables us to remember and celebrate the stories of heroes that surround us. So one of my favourite stories is about a little boy when he was 8 years old. Now, has anyone here ever been 8 years old? Or will be 8 years old one day? Amazing, amazing. Now, my hero, Jeffrey Orwell, when he was only 8 years old, he saw a stuffed takuhi in Southland Museum, and they had been declared extinct. Totally gone for 20 years. And when he was 8 years old, he said, no, they are not extinct. I'm going to find them. And he looked for them, 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 and he climbed up the steepest mountains in Fiordland, and he looked for them, and he looked for them. And when he was 48 years old, so 40 years later, he found them again. He never gave up hope on that dream. And I love that story, and that's also why I love my job, because I get to work with all of these amazing, curious young scientists who can decide at any time, I'm going to save the planet. I'm not going to give up hope. I'm going to find these extinct species. I'm going to find new species we don't even know about. So I feel very lucky I get to do that. And I love these creatures so much that I love to perform about them with my band Tahu and the Takahis. And I love to celebrate that beauty in terms of self-expression. So I'd like to share a song with you now. And you can stand up and join in with this song. And for this song, we are actually going to travel back through time. So would you like to stand up? And you can pop your wee poos down to one side. And if you want, you can come right down to the front so we can all move around together. And to start the song, we're going to stretch our arms up to the sky. Yes, yes, you can come down to the front. You can come down to the front if you want. We're going to stretch our arms all the way up to the sky. You can come down. You can come down and join in. It'd be awesome. Yeah. And we're going to turn our body into a clock. And we're actually going to start to take this clock back. Can I hear your clocks ticking? Very good. And we're actually going to go back 1,000 years before human animals arrived here. And every time we go round, we're going to go back 100 years. So you can start to count with me. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000 years. Now, if we went back in time 1,000 years and we looked around, what would we see growing everywhere from the ground? What do you think?
Trees.
Yes. So let's be those trees now. We'll push our roots down to the ground. Slurp up some water. The other side as well. Slurp up some water. Push our branches up into the sky. Spread out the big green leaves. Gobble up some sunshine with our leaves. Make some oxygen. Take in some carbon dioxide. Very good. Now sway gently in the wind, swaying your trunk and your branches in the wind. Tawhiri Mātia. And here we are, that most beautiful forest that grew in New Zealand for hundreds and thousands, 85 million years, the most beautiful forest. Here we go. In the first forest of Tāne there used to be trees as far as the eyes could see, from the tops of the mountains to the edge of the sea. That's where that first forest used to be. But as soon as people stepped on shore, things went like they were before. They needed food. and fire and shelter from the rain. So they chop down trees again and again and again. Chop, 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 chop. And that wasn't all, mark my words. They brought furry hunters who ate our birds, running through the forest in the dead of night, gobbling up our birds, giving them a fright. Cats, rats, dogs, hedgehogs, goats, stoats, ferrets, weasels, possums. So that's why we had to make a special safe place to put a big smile back on our bird's face so they can live happy and wild and free inside the big strong fence at Orokonui Eco Sanctuary. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining in and thank you for coming today. So I hope that you really enjoy being alive, having your amazing, amazing hearts, minds, and amazing strong bodies to make this world a better place and protect it every single day. Please keep in touch with us at Orokonui and come and visit us if you haven't. And please enjoy the pua that you hold in your hands to make this planet even more beautiful. Thank you. And thank you to my lovely team and Michael Morris on the guitar. Very nice. Thank you. So have a lovely rest of time here at the Science Festival and so much on. Hope you have a great time. Thank you.